Hello guys, today we continue the news about Age of History 3 and today there's a huge amount of news, probably more than ever. We have a lot of information. We're gonna start, but before, subscribe cause only 3% watch my video with subscribe. Put your like and write your comments what you want to be in Age of History 3. And we begin. Lucas has released a huge number of videos and we will go through the chronology of their release. At the beginning he released 3 videos in a row. In the first he shows the possibilities of creating your own forming countries. In the game editor he shows how to create forming countries. If you want to add someone of your own, then now it will not be any problem. You do not need to get into the game code, change anything. You just need to go to the editor and do it. Next, he released a video in which he showed how to create his mods and his own map for Age of History. Such a big video. Basically, if you're developers and you're going to make mods for Age of History or maps, so you can see that video, there is a lot of useful information. And in this moment Lucas just, I don't know, he just started on the forum. He created like 30 topic in which he showed, in my opinion, how to change everything in the game. He literally showed how to replace any value in this game, how to add your own leaders, how to add generals and advisors, how to add technologies, how to add terrain type, how to add resources, how to add cities, how to add laws, how to add government. I'm just reading this in a row as there's still a lot of them. Of course, I'm not going to talk about everything. Just if you're developers, just go to Age of History forum and you can read there. And the fact there is purely technical information about what values will need to be changed where in the game code. So if you need it, you can come in. Of course, it makes no sense for me to show all this in this video. Then Lucas released the gameplay trailer. You see him there somewhere. In general, the gameplay trailers of the game are just in fact a cuts of all sorts of Lucas game, which show various actions. What was new there? Well, for example, very interesting dates, such as scenario of the French Revolution, about the date somewhere out there. The next to take place in the video. Firstly, a trailer for the game is released, no longer gameplay, but a trailer on Lucas channel, and you can also look at it, look for it there. But very interesting story happened to him, because literally in a message on the forum Lucas, when he sent a link to this video, he wrote that there a fan-made trailer. In fact, this video was originally called the Age of History 3 fan trailer, but then the fan-made removed it from the title of video. And by the way, there's also a link in the description. It says like the author is a fan-made trailer and a link to the author channel. But then this word fan-made was removed from the name and now just called the Age of History trailer. Therefore, probably it can be considered some kind of full-fledged trailer, because the word fan-made has been removed. You can go to the developer channel and there is trailer for Age of History 3. Well, I mean, I guess it can be considered such. Yeah, that this is already full-fledged Age of History trailer. And the next video, called Age of History 3 Intervene in War, there he showed that new mechanics has been added in which you can enter any war, as I understand, on which side you want, that is to help some side of the conflict to win. In general, it's interesting but not entirely clear whatever. For example, it is possible to withdraw from this war separately. That is, you enter in the war, help someone, then separately made peace with the side with which you are at war. Look at parts of the territory, for example, and it is either it will not be possible, or you act as a poor assistant and you can only help, and in any case only the head of the war can conclude peace. I don't know. The first DLC to Age of History 3 is out. I mean, the game hasn't come out yet, but the first DLC is already out. There's even a page in Steam, and I mean, what's the point? The way it looks like such a thing, like it could just be into the main game. So when you use this DLC, number of your provinces will in this DLC will be reduced to 5,532. So if you have a bad PC, or you just like having fewer provinces better, you can probably turn it this mod, but it in play with it. Also, there are such ridiculous system requirements for just looking at these system requirements. If they are true, if this game will be lagging on your PC, it feels like it should be about 15 years old. But also, again, it's not really clear why you would to do. Was not is some sort of in the settings switch, or just the type of map to be able to change to have a different number of provinces, and that to such implement that there are different types of maps with different number of provinces. Maybe just select in the game, and here you need a separate one, also free, but still. Will AI be able to use nuclear bombs? Yeah, it can. If you be at war with a country and they could nuke you, will it be possible to take away national provinces from another country? For example, you captured some provinces and you assimilated it, and is the national province taken from the old owner? The answer is no, doesn't. You can do that in any way. Also, it's rather odd. For example, in comparing European Universalis, after a will the national provinces are removed for some huge number of years, like 200 or something like that. Well, I can't remember. Well, it's a huge number of years, but it's removed with the time of national provinces. And here, no mechanism at all, no device to remove, it's just not going to happen. Next, in a game will be able Kazakh language. So if you're Kazakh, if you live in Kazakhstan, so it's cool for you, I think. If you following the Age of History 3 news for a long time, you can remember that like half of a year ago, we can see that time system like in Hotfine 4, where time was counted by clock, then that system in video was not showed up, and here's the first person who probably noticed that it was removed, so there were no more video repeats. Well, since the Age of History 3 video scenarios all the time has not been shown in anymore, General Lukash said that now it's configuratable individually for each scenario, so you can either enable this function based on hourly time calculation or disabled, but apparently by default they will be off. Next, will there be pre-orders for Age of History 3? Many developers, for example, make pre-orders for their DLC. For example, Paradox Interactive decided to abandon this, but in general, you usually just get pre-orders much in advance. There's months left for release. Usually, pre-orders are made much in advance. In return, the developers give some goodies to those who make pre-orders. I don't know. Well, I probably don't know how to react to this. Okay, little leaders will die of old age or something else, and leaders will die either from the event or from old age. The question that worried many was whether there would be a capitulation system in Age of History 3, for example, in some mod, like for example Bloody Europe. They did it that with a certain number of captured provinces, your whole country will capitulate and just all its provinces are transferred to you, and you can already put and go to make peace treaty. Lucas says that you don't need to occupy the whole country in order to win war. Well, as far as I said in the last issue, it seems if you get 95% of the war score, then just the country, as it were, surrenders to you, and you will be able to sign any peace treaty. That does not mean that all its provinces will go to you. This means that you can simply sign in any peace treaty you want, and also you can change that percent in game code. If someone was interested in the issue or at the national country to be formed, I think I said in the last issue that there would be 99 of them. Well, at least they showed this video. Lucas also created a topic on the forum in which he says of your ideas that have been formed for the countries that have been formed. Well, people write them. Lucas hasn't really commented on anything there yet, but many people suggest an emerging countries that be added. If you want to suggest something, you can go to the forum there and kind of suggest. By the way, yeah, I forgot to mention that, for example, in the screenshot for DLC which I mentioned 5 minutes ago, it was confirmed that there will be a scenario of the First World War. Yeah, in Age of History 2 didn't have it, so now it's still made there. Someone takes my job away and says that the border between France and Germany is wrong, and Lucas corrects it. That's good, but they took my job. I'm upset. And a sound effect has been added when you press the new game button. Wow, that's really important news. The next news, the game will be released on PC and on phones. Will be released in different dates. I think phones will be later, much later, maybe mouse, like it will be with Age of History 2. And then the vassals would change his color in the color of the suzerain. So if the overlord change its color during the game, the vassal will also change the color. And next, the one man asked if AI can change religion during the game, and Lucas says that only through events or the demands of the peace treaty. But then he added the ability to change religion during the game, but as it turns out, it was not available the ordinary player either. You could not change your religion even missionally, not through events or through the demand of war, but now you can do it. However, there is still no answer to the question of whatever AI can now change religion, but at least this feature has appeared for ordinary players. Next, if a country attacks a country of the Holy Roman Empire, then the emperor, the electorate, and the kingdom will stand up for this country. That is, if you attack some kingdom of the Holy Roman Empire, the entire Holy Roman Empire will turn out against you. Something, it's ultra weird. It's just ultra weird because, well, in European Universalis 5, for example, with which I constantly compare Age of History, the Emperor will intervene if you don't come to some kingdom in the Holy Roman Empire, then the Emperor will stand up for him. But for the entire Holy Roman Empire to intervene, well, no, probably the Holy Roman Empire will be bypassed by everyone, and if there is a conflict in the Holy Roman Empire itself, then of course no one will intervene like this, but it's still somehow ultra strange. You need one province of empire and you will have to fight for it with whole empire. That's strange, I think. will it be possible for some countries to join Holy Roman Empire? And no, there will be no such opportunity. If you remember, I once told you about 10 minutes ago about the possibility of entering any war in which you want to participate on any side that will not require any diplomatic points. That's all. I'm finally finishing it. Very long video, really very long. So it's finished. So subscribe, because only 3% watch video with subscribe. So let's fix it. Subscribe and like and write your comment what news you like, what not. And if you don't watch previous video, click on playlist that was on your screen and see it. And bye.